RingGangRadio.com. Take over. Last mission. Final boss mode.
Yeah, what's good, yo? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where as always, it's shit's real, we talk about it. I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scorpion, the New England representative, and as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yo, what it do? Shuttleworth the God, the GOAT artist, aka LB, Lauderdale Boss, Soul Wars creator, RingGangRadio.com in the building.
Yes, sir. Ring Gang in the house forever and always. And as always, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yo, what's good? You already know who it is. Your boy King P, Bodega Boxer in the building. Ring Gang Radio all day. What up?
Hey, Bodega P, straight from the sewer. Except, I think he's above ground today. He's been changing his crime fighting hours. He gets his evenings back now. So it's all good though. I mean, as long as he keeps the streets safe, for all the children's out there. So as always, we salute you for
Ring Gang is for the children.
Absolutely, Ring Gang is for the children. You know what I'm saying? So today's is just a one-off podcast, and definitely something that we wanted to do. It's been a week since it's been released. Of course, we're talking about the movie of Coming to America, the sequel that was released on Amazon Prime at like 11 o'clock. Which I watched after the Ring City card or whatever, and then we all watched it at various times because it was anticipated. Because it's been about 30 years or so since the original one has been out, and Lash has gone down, and then Eddie was making a little comeback with the Dolomite movie, and the same director that was doing that was doing this. So there was a lot of anticipation for this movie. There were two trailers.
A classic movie. A super classic movie just finally gets a sequel.
Absolutely. After all this time, there was two specific trailers. One that didn't really tell you much, and the second one, which I thought was kind of it was better. It was well done. And then you watch the movie, and it's like an hour and 40, give or take. I don't think
too long.
Yes, it has definitely. There's been definitely a lot of mixed reactions on the movie. I know on Twitter, and then of course on my Facebook, people have watched it. Some people have very strong reactions. Some are like, it's really good or it's really bad. Not really in between. So it's interesting. So LB, man, tell us your thoughts on the sequel to Coming to America.
Oh, yo, hit King P first. I started this Zamunda pack right now.
Oh man, so I guess it's safe to say that it did not equal its original, its OG.
I mean, I hope anybody that went into this with even the lowest of expectations didn't think it would come anywhere near the original.
Yeah, I didn't think it would, but I was hoping, 'cause I was thinking, okay, maybe, and I think it was just more or less because of the trailers I saw. Because the only person on the trailer that I wasn't convinced about was the dude that played the son. And by the way, there's gonna be some spoilers on this, so if you're not ready to hear some spoilers, turn this shit off. You know what I mean? There's gonna be
spoilers. Can save you an hour and 46 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I wasn't convinced on the son's acting in this movie. So when I actually when I watched it, like I said, it was mixed reaction. I think he did okay, but he wasn't great. I guess it might have been the material.
Oh, the son?
Yeah, the son.
He was all right in spurts. Sometimes didn't feel like he fit, but
yeah.
Sometimes sometimes it worked, and then it's just like this whole movie, one big mixed bag. But I'm sure other people will say it's worse than a mixed bag, but I'll put it at a mixed bag.
Yeah, let's put it this way, if you've never watched the original, like some people in Ring Gang, which is hard to believe. If you haven't watched it, then maybe the sequel you probably would fuck with because you have no real expectations of what you're looking for. But yeah, I mean, with this movie, there are two things that I felt immediately. Like one, that they leaned too much towards nostalgia to carry the actual plot of the movie, which was pretty thin, like super thin. Like it was paper thin at that time, and it was just too many. It was using too many devices, to carry it. Like it's good seeing the old characters. It was good seeing James Earl Jones. Like he's 90 years old, man. Jeez, that's a blessing. And John
Honestly,
Amos.
you know what? I forgot James Earl Jones was still alive.
What?
Dude, serious. Honestly. Real shit, like for some reason I thought he died. Like so when I saw him, cause I didn't really see the trailers, I didn't keep up with this shit. So when I saw him, I was like legit surprised, like, oh shit, this nigga alive. Like that's dope.
I mean, he the goat narrator. Put some respect on his name.
No, I mean they had the GOAT narrator in the movie too.
Yeah, no. I know who you're talking about, and no.
Dude, really, we gonna have to make a poll for this?
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, I will make a poll for this.
Better narrator, James Earl Jones or Morgan Freeman?
Yes, that is coming soon.
Coming soon.
Yeah, I mean that was pretty. But I mean, it was good to see some of the old characters, but it just seemed like they was just trying too hard to get to capture the magic, though. But they forgot, like you gotta have some sort of like real story behind it.
I mean, they tried real hard at the beginning, and I kind of felt it because that's the strongest push it had in the beginning. Because I love the singing and the extravagance and the cinematography and the costume. Made me think of The Wiz.
And, yeah.
That is an apt comparison. The Wizard of Oz.
No, The Wiz, bro. The Wiz.
The Wiz.
The Wiz, bro. The Black.
You gotta say it like The Wiz. Like,
The Wiz.
You gotta put a little.
We all knew what
a little swag in it, Cat Daddy. You gotta put a little swag in it. When you pull your coat was real. I mean, it's not The Wizard. I'm sure we all seen The Wizard of Oz. No, Cat Daddy. It's The Wiz. Yeah, you don't walk down the yellow brick road. You ease on down the yellow brick road.
Oh my God.
You might moonwalk down that motherfucker sooner or later. Shit. Shout out, R.I.P. to MJ.
Yes, sir. Oh man, he was probably right. I might have to go. I know I have a copy somewhere. I need to run that shit back.
But anyways, like what I was gonna say was that I did appreciate the old like references, but like they were trying to shoe in stuff that like it seemed so out of place. Like when they had En Vogue, What a King, I'm just like, really?
Yeah,
like,
that for Gladys Knight was there. Yeah,
they're shoehorning in old acts that really don't fit in this movie at all.
Yo, they even had the rapping twins, man, and goddamn, they gained some weight. Like I know twins do everything together, but goddamn, shooting candy too.
But see, me personally, if I knew I was gonna get a role like that or something, I would do my best to like get in shape, be on point, and make the most of my damn 15 seconds.
I'm saying, like, it had some random cameos. Like, it had Dikembe Mutombo in there, and had Rick Ross doing it.
The Mutombo one made me laugh.
Understandable. They used his house. Like,
yeah, they had
in my house, nigga. I'm gonna be in the fucking movie.
And I might even eat some. Wingstop too. What?
like fuck. I remember shit. When I had trained at this boxing to wave, the Warriors boxing, the first boxing gym I trained at.
Word.
I think the second week I was there, they was filming a movie there. I'm like, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. And then one of the trainers ended up being in the movie.
That's what's up.
But yeah, like, shit was weird. But
yeah, no, but if you're gonna use his house, then you gotta put him in the movie too. And like, I mean,
he could have fought for a bigger role.
Yeah, I mean, Rick Ross. I mean, at least he pulled off his line. I mean, he actually attempted to do the accent, which is okay.
Yeah. Mutombo's cameo was on point though. Like,
yeah,
I like how they.
Yeah, they kind of. But another thing it seemed like they had like a whole bunch of like people you think that were gonna have a bigger role, like. They had Dre from Power up in there, but he only had like a couple lines. Like, what is that? Or they had, Michael Blackson in there. I'm thinking, oh, he's in the movie. Like, he only has a couple of lines. Like, you were thinking like all these cats that are in there that have the accent and everything, and like it would actually have a little bit more than what they have.
Yeah, I was kind of like, damn, like I expected a little bit more from those two.
Yeah, no, and I was just like, man, it's like the story is, and then that brings me to my other point. Like one of the other things that I noticed about the movie, like the pacing was off. Like I have a feeling that a lot of stuff was left on the cutting room floor. Like
I thought that too, honestly.
Yeah, and
it felt too long as it is. Like the fuck? Is there a deluxe version? There's a Snyder cut?
Yeah, because I mean, to me, I think like they cut it to the point where they actually wanted to make it more PG than PG-13, which was when it was actually rated. I mean, there are a couple scenes in there why, but the reason why I say cutting floor because in the trailer there were two things that I kept on. I thought they were kind of hilarious, like the one where Wesley Snipes talk about Rizataya, and he shoots, lets off rounds at the picture, and like, okay, that's the first fuckery, and I was fucking with that, and then the other one was Eddie Murphy was like, I am getting it from everywhere. I have upsetted my family. For some reason that shit had me out, and that wasn't in the movie. I'm thinking, I was like, man, they must have really been cutting some shit out of this movie. Like,
yeah, the movie suffered from a Disney Hallmark Channel vibe. Like,
yeah, like I didn't like. It's not.
I don't even know if Hallmark Channel is still a thing, but yeah.
It is, it's like I didn't want this movie. I didn't want this movie to be something I watched with a child. No, I wanted something that some adult shit. Like, and pretty much the only reason why I didn't get like PG is because the story of how the bastard son came to be, and then even I thought that was fucking big wild. Like it was like no. I was like, that's some bullshit. Like this nigga smoked some shit that he couldn't handle.
I don't like how they applied the whole, this is my thing, man. Look. All rape is bad.
I'm saying yes.
All rape is bad. Meaning, I don't want to see I don't want to see like dudes joke about it for females in a movie or imply that or have a situation like that. In a comedy we're talking about now.
Right.
And on the flip side, I don't want to see women kind of do that to dudes like and imply that.
Yeah, and especially don't want to see it from no damn Leslie Jones or whatever.
Exactly.
Let me tell you, she was the low point of she was one of the worst parts of that movie to me because she's so
she saved the movie. Like,
no, she's so one-dimensional. Maybe it's just because I'm tired of her. She's so one-dimensional. Every movie she plays the same person. Like, and it's
it didn't blow.
It's so annoying. So annoying. Like she damn near ruined Ghostbusters. No, she didn't damn near ruin Ghostbusters, but her part every part she plays in is the same thing.
Like, you watch that?
Yes, unfortunately.
Dude, we gotta talk. Like, the fuck wrong with you? Like,
shit, I have it downloaded. I didn't even watch it.
Who held you up? Like,
I did it for the lulz.
Oh man.
I did it just to see how awful it would be, and my expectations were not superseded.
So hold on, you'll rush for that, but I'm telling you, like, jump on this Attack on Titan, and you're like, I'm hold on.
Oh my gosh,
got him.
Well, I mean, it wasn't like
people that whole list, they're like, hold on, what the fuck? You serious?
I mean, like I said, I have it downloaded. I haven't even touched it. Like it's just there, and
You're not missing anything. You're not missing anything.
I might just read the Wikipedia and just be, just get up to speed that way.
Yeah, but back to Leslie Jones. Like, I get what King P's saying. Like, I agree and I disagree.
Yeah, I think it's just more like she was extra, like, especially in the scene where they actually meet the family, and she's like, "Hey, Quinn, I'm sorry I slept with your man," and I'm just like rubbing my temples, like,
yeah, like the whole hood rat shit. But maybe, I kind of blame the material, but she had to do the best she had to do, and a lot of little raunchy jokes and a lot of the shit that made the first one classic. It had to come from her.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So that's why I say, like, I agree with P and I disagree, because she low key saved the film as far as like the crude humor, like the whole just blah, like her parts were memorable.
Yeah, like I mean, Eddie didn't even have any. I mean, well, he attempted one for crude, but after that he was just like, he was.
Everybody else was nerfed.
Yeah.
The son really, the son could act, but he wasn't funny.
Yeah, no.
He almost was kind of corny, but I'm thinking maybe that's the material. So
yeah, and then Tracy Morgan's hilarious in these movies, and even he was.
Tracy Morgan, even like I was laughing at the few times that we're laughing. It was at Tracy Morgan.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was kind of, mid in this movie. I was like, maybe
he was mid, but compared to everybody else, his mid was like loud.
Yeah.
It's like him and Leslie Jones low key kind of saved the movie, and Wesley Snipes.
No, Wesley Snipes was a huge. Like Wesley was for his scenes were hilarious to me. Like dude was just, dude was informed.
He killed his parts. Like when I look at the movie and when I analyze like who had the best parts, who was memorable, and who you just go back and you see that scene, you're like, okay, it's Wesley, Leslie Jones, and fucking Tracy Morgan. Like,
man, all I know is like when Wesley was telling that story to the kids or whatever, that nigga had me rolling. Like, that.
Yeah.
Like Wesley, and the funny thing is too, like I honestly think like there was more shit that he did in the movie, but it was all cut out and shit. Like, but
yeah.
And especially with Tiana Taylor, I know Pete definitely is not trying to hear that, but like in the pictures and stuff like that, she was all in military attire and shit like that. But in the movie, she wasn't. Like she was.
Fuck you. Let's go. Sex sells, nigga. Shit. We got all this body here. Nah, we don't cover this up with no fatigues.
Yeah. But then also like the whole scene, like him, and then she's like singing, and after the old boy starting to rap to her, I'm just like, really?
Oh, that was so fucking cringeworthy.
Yeah,
that was really, really bad.
Dude, like me personally, I hate when they try to force rap in these type of movies. Like, don't do that unless you got a guy who really spit, like who really raps.
Yeah,
If you don't have that, then just chill. Don't teach somebody how to rap, because it sounds like some damn sitcom Moesha type of shit.
Yeah, dude sound like a Cisco version of fucking LL Cool J, nigga. I was just like, nah.
Yeah, like that shit was so fucking cringy. Like, nigga, what is this?
Yeah, it's like, you gotta study. But like I say, it could have just been the writing though. But like Wesley was the highlight, and then the daughters were also the highlights too. The daughters.
Yeah, the daughters were on point, especially the oldest one.
Yeah, and of course Mirembe, like she had my nose way open. I was like, she's so bad. And then of course I saw her. I found her Instagram.
She bad. She's the one that everybody should be hyping up, not damn hood booger ass Tiana Taylor.
Damn, nigga, you don't like Tiana Taylor.
Gotta be all that.
I don't know. She just annoys me.
What'd she do?
I'm saying you taking it kind of personal. Like she ain't done.
That's what I'm saying. Like what did she do? This is look like. She got a strong face, but as far as dancing and the music, she talented.
Yeah, she really talented.
Athletic as fuck, body on point. Like, it is what it is. It's like I don't expect more than that. Like, they didn't even give her lines like that, so it's like they knew.
Yeah, and for me, she barely did the accent and everything. So it's just like she didn't do enough to offend. She in fact she didn't do enough for me to even give her a real to see if she could really act.
Dude, honestly, that was eye candy. That's all that was.
Mm-hmm.
That was part of the visual presentation. Like that's how Spartacus was. Like, yeah, we not just giving you slave bitches. Like, we giving you some some decent looking slave broads. Like, here you go.
No, but it was also nice. But also, speaking of chicks, it was also nice seeing Sherry Headley. She still looked on point. Even though she's like in her 50s or something like that.
Yeah.
That's the queen. Because she was bad back in the day, and she's still bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Facts.
Although her at the end though, her getting her groove back with Leslie Jones was also kind of cringy too.
And it was also great seeing my man John Amos.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Louis Anderson was in that shit too. Hawking the the plant-based burgers, which that got a laugh out of me. I admit it did make me laugh.
Yeah.
And then of course the barbershop scene also made me laugh too. It was cool.
Oh my God, I hated the barbershop scene. I thought that shit was so trash. Like, it was so forced.
Yeah, they had. I thought it was okay. It was. At least the jokes weren't bad to me. It was just.
Yeah, well, the transgender thing got a lot of people up in arms on Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My grandson is now my granddaughter. Like.
Yeah.
That,
I had a good laugh.
A lot of people crying about that.
Yeah, because it's not 1988 anymore. 1988 that's acceptable. In 2021, it's not. I laughed at it because I thought that shit was funny. But yeah, it really is. And I think that's part of the reason why it's like, you know what, we can't put these prime Eddie jokes in here. We can't have any delirious type of humor in there because niggas will go, motherfuckers will lose their fucking minds over that shit.
But in that's the case, you gotta write a better script.
Right.
Like Eddie was way funnier in the Dolomite movie.
Yeah, that's the thing. That Dolomite movie was like
he didn't have to go all balls of the wall, grungy, raunchy, Bobby Brown type shit. Like,
no, that's why Eddie was golden in that one. But in this one, he seemed like he probably needs to go work out too. Like you can tell this nigga was really legit, like out of shape,
fat.
Yeah, and here's the thing about like comedians, especially comedians that have been known for their physical humor. Like, you can't be looking like lazy and out of shape, dude is fat, like, dude is rich, so I'm thinking to myself, like, you know what, I'm gonna look how I'm gonna look. Fuck y'all, what you think?
Yeah, I was gonna say, he make money. That just means he eats he eats better.
He eats very well.
He put a whole bunch of black people on, so
yeah, and you can't hate on that. But I'm like, Eddie,
really hate on that. Like, I love and respect that, so.
Yeah, because especially in this age, because we could barely get any real decent black movies. Never mind good black movies, or movies, that are not like neutered in some way, even with the casting. So.
Yeah, that's another thing. This whole feminist agenda that was all in the movie, like, this shit was giving me a headache. Like, oh my goodness, like.
I didn't complain because the way it was presented made sense. So I'm not gonna complain too much. I
get that, way it was presented, but then it's like they tried to beat you over the head with it, and it's like if it like it's almost like trying to make you have guilt for it or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch, it ain't my fault I was born a man. The fuck?
I do get what you're saying there. I'm just saying, like, it wasn't shoehorned in just for the sake of shoehorning it in.
I felt like it was. See, if they would have put it in there like it was and then fell back a little, then I would get it. But it felt once they forced it so much, it almost felt like it was shoehorned.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like they wouldn't let it die. They kept bringing it back up again, and the little snide comments and this, that, and I'm like, okay, we get it. Like, oh my God, like y'all said, look, if y'all not gonna put the damn LGBT agenda in it, y'all gotta put this agenda.
Yeah, I only have one other fucking complaint. One word: Nextdoria. Like, are you fucking for real? Like, really? Like, you came up with Zamunda. It sounds. Obviously it's made up country, although some people might actually think it's real, like what Wakanda, But at least, okay, it's not like an insult to your intelligence. But Nextdoria, like, really? Like, you're really gonna call what Western rules Nextdoria? Like, come on, bro. Like, honestly, I think someone was kind of like lunching on that one. Like, no one told him, like, well, Bill, I think there should be some other words, other name, not, but Nextdoria, come on, like, I can't, I couldn't deal with that. I was like, every time they said Nextdoria, I kind of I cringed. I was like, yo, they really fucked up on this. Like you can't even put that in a bar or anything like that, like a memorable bar, like shit, like Nextdoria, like You really couldn't think of
Call that
another
chick named
name.
Gloria. She was chilling next door. Bars. But yeah, that shit was corny. But overall, it's like the movie had more flaws than it had more cons than pros.
Yeah,
It had more like bad things to harp on than good things. And a lot of the good things are like nostalgia, sentimental, and the respect you have for the people involved. Man.
But the new shit they try to like to pencil in or whatever, nah.
Yeah.
It just didn't work.
Some of the casting, this was underutilized.
And the funny thing is too, they said Ryan Coogler also approached Eddie with the script too, and you have been curious to see like what his version would have explored, because Eddie was like, nah, I don't want to do that. So it's just like it's just curious to see like how that would have worked the movie.
Oh, they pandered for like the it's like overall I see what they did. They made an event and they took advantage of streaming. What I mean by take advantage of streaming, that you'll have a colossal amount of people to view something without waiting for it to get reviewed or to hear anything about it. Whereas, movie theaters, you have to put in some effort to go there and get a ticket and, get in your car, all that shit, sit down. Now with streaming, you just say, you know what, I plan to watch a 2-hour movie this weekend.
Right.
And you just do it.
Yeah, and then also too, I mean, I just recently read like this morning that it was probably the most streamed movie this weekend, even more streamed than like, what was the other movie? Oh, like Wonder Woman. So like, I mean, so clearly, I mean, Amazon got its return on investment or whatever it did. I mean, I even turned on my Prime membership for the month.
It's that trash ass movie. Get the fuck out.
That's the thing. Like, Wonder Woman imagine if Wonder Woman 2 would have been great.
Yeah,
Maybe this doesn't even happen.
Yeah, no, but yeah, Wonder Woman 2 was like, I could even defend that one. Like, and I usually like try to find the good in a lot of comic book movies, but that one was just like, it was long and it was boring. And among other things. I
haven't heard anything good from it, so it's no surprise, Coming to America beats that. But then it's like, I feel like if you have an actual good movie coming up soon that's, with the same type of hype that Wonder Woman and Coming to America had, and it actually ends up being good, I think it could surpass both of those movies.
I mean, it's not going to be hard. I mean,
because none of these movies are coming out with major hype, but they mid to trash. Like, we could get down to, we didn't spend enough time talking about this shit. Like, what's y'all scores, yo?
Yeah, I mean, in my case, like I said, because I couldn't be as candid as I wanted to, because I think I mentioned to you before, LB, like I have a degree of separation between myself and then one of the writers of the movie, because I went to school with his wife. So I couldn't be on my Facebook or Twitter saying this because she follows both. So I couldn't be as, I couldn't say I didn't like it, then she'd probably get mad at me.
Well,
it is what it is.
Yeah. So I had to be like, I had to like really hold my tongue. So, but if I had to give this movie a score, honestly, it'd be like a 5. Like it was an average. It was average of it. Like the nostalgia, like I say, carried the movie, but it also was the higher points in the movie than some of the newer shit. So I mean, it kind of evens itself out. So it's a 5 right down the middle.
Same mid.
Wow. I can't give it mid. Because I truly felt like I wasted my time watching it. And y'all both know how busy I be. I got so much projects, so much shit I'm working on, so much shit I'm doing. The running ring gang, all of this shit. Make sure we leveling it up and taking over. And to take away, an hour, almost 2 hours of my time to watch this movie, that shit hurt.
Yeah, because you wanted it to be good. I mean, this is Eddie Murphy. Like, Eddie Murphy is a legend. Like, Arsenio Hall is a legend. James Earl Jones is a legend. John Amos is a legend. This is all legendary shit.
If I give it mid, I'll be saying it was average, and I don't feel like it was average. It was under average, and me saying mid is putting too much weight on the nostalgia and part one, and just seeing so many of my brothers and sisters getting a check, eating, and just making being a part of a huge event. So with all that said, I give it a 4. It's below average.
All right.
I can't give it no 1, 2, or 3. Even though but even though it sounds like I'm giving it that, but
no, but no, what you said though, it makes perfect sense. Like I said, it's just more or less. Unfortunately, obviously, a third movie will probably happen, but when, who knows?
Just stop. Like, don't even put that out in there, that energy out.
But I will say this though, if Eddie wants to, I know Eddie has been talking about, going back into the comedy clubs, and truthfully, he doesn't really need to do that. Just needs to pick projects where more like, personally, I want to see a movie with him and Martin Lawrence again. Like, those two have chemistry. Like, I want to see something of that nature. Like, he's old enough, or hell, even, team up with Wesley again for another movie, something like that, or even with Will, like, they had the picture of 4 of them, like, you have the clout to pick better projects, better scripts, just maintain the.
Dolomite was a nice start, though. Real shit.
Yeah, Dolomite is Dolomite. I don't think. Yeah, Dolomite this still doesn't get the props that it should have gotten.
It was funnier than Coming to America.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Acting, the story, the pacing, just an overall better movie, and the way you felt about how Coming to America with everybody working together and eating and getting this movie done, you kind of saw that with Dolomite. That's what the movie was about. So
absolutely.
It's like it even puts the message better than Coming to America did.
Yeah, and even the actors, the newer actors that were in the movie, even they perform better than the newer actors in the new Coming to America. So,
yeah. I mean, I just imagine, like, how did y'all stay in touch with some of these people?
I'm saying,
like, yeah. So definitely, that's a 5, 5, 4. Like, you don't want more.
Yeah,
off the bar.
Yeah, like I said, if you obviously, if you haven't watched it yet, you have a little time. You can check it out or whatever. Just if you're a fan of the OG, you just have to come. You either have to go in there with an open mind or knowing that it's not as good as the OG. And if you never watched the OG, it'll take you. I wouldn't say it'll take you on a ride or whatever, but it's at least it'll give you some foundation.
And the barbershop joke should have been about Wilder and Fury.
Yes. Yeah.
Y'all was easy layup, forcing the Pacquiao-Floyd conversation that's been dead for like 5-6 years now. Like, but
then also too, it might have been like the rewrites because from actually looking at my homegirl's Instagram, like she dude mentioned that that script was 17 years in the making. Like when he was commenting on her post or whatever, I was like, 17 years you guys had this script?
So they kept just switching out names.
I'm saying.
That shit went from Holyfield, Tyson, Roy Jones, Tarver.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's just like, and obviously probably like, Pacquiao, Floyd, let's not change it. We don't need to change it. But, they probably didn't rewrite that shit for like the late 2010s and shit. So, yeah, that's what we got. Yeah, they weren't gonna make that rewrite for Wilder, for No Fury and Wilder, especially if the script has been out there that long.
That's why it pays to have boxing people involved in everything.
Facts and message.
If you gonna have a boxing reference or a joke for a monumental part of the movie, you don't want to mess that up. You call a boxing guy.
Absolutely.
Man, if they would have put Wilder and Fury in that situation, jeez.
You might have actually given it the 5 like us.
Yeah, I would have probably gave them okay, they did boxing great. Yeah, okay, 5. But you fucked that up.
Yeah, so So yeah, I mean, yeah. So yeah, those are. I guess we can wrap it up here. I mean, those are our thoughts on the movie. Do as you wish with what you heard tonight on this, when you actually do listen to it. And just
or watch Ravage instead. Like, you go in that rabbit hole in Amazon Prime. Yeah, Ravage is a good little horror flick.
Yeah, and who knows? That might actually be the next video review, since I got told by LB that I needed to watch this, so I'm going to
don't look at the reviews. Don't look. People are hating on the last 20 minutes. Don't look at the reviews. Just watch it.
Exactly.
Right now.
But if you also want to watch some, Eddie, recent Eddie, watch the Dolomite movie. Watch that movie especially if you haven't watched it and you actually watch Coming to America, the sequel. So
definitely watch that Dolomite movie, and you'll get to see Wesley Snipes kill it again too.
Yeah, Wesley. I feel that he needs to be in John Wick or something like that. Like, they need to put him in. He needs to be put in more movies. Like, I know he has a movie. I know he has some TV show or movie coming with Kevin Hart, but he needs more work.
Yeah, definitely facts. I agree.
But yeah, so yeah, I think we can.
If it was up to me, man, I get Scott Adkins, Michael Jai White, Wesley Snipes, all in a damn movie.
Hell yeah.
Move over, Stallone. Shit.
Yeah, I'm saying you too old now. Wesley can still do his martial arts. I'm
saying move over Stallone as the fact that he's usually the guy who would put some shit like that together.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Stallone's actually the one that actually shows him the most love, anyways. Like, when he got out of the joint, he immediately put him in Expendables 3. So,
which was dope.
It was, So yeah, I mean, Wesley, Hollywood needs to use this man, before he gets too old, Put Wesley in some more shit.
Facts. Mm-hmm. So let me be like, this is Pat Scorpio, the New England representative. We about to close this out. Yo, King P, Bodega P, what you got to say to the fans out there?
I mean, you already know, Ring Gang all day. You know where to find us. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, ringgangradio.com. Got some dope stuff coming up soon. You know what I'm saying? Just keep tuning in. Got some surprises.
There we go. That's what it is. I thought LB was gonna continue to do. Yeah, I'm over here thinking like you since you want to be doing what I do. I'm thinking.
Yeah, if you're gonna be master of ceremonies, keep going.
LB, anything you got? Nah, nigga.
He gotta interview himself.
But nah, y'all know what it is. We got more fire content on the way. We expanding, we growing. We gonna have some new soldiers gonna be coming along. So
yes, sir.
Make sure y'all salute them as well. And just extend that love that y'all extend to us, and that respect. And we appreciate all the people that just fuck with us. We try to be just the realest boxing podcast.
Absolutely.
Might not love everything we say, but you gonna respect where it's coming from. It's we some real fans. It's from the heart. We not perfect, but we stand 10 toes down on it.
Facts.
That's all that counts. So, with that said, Pat Scorpio.
Man, I don't have anything more to add on, other than just to watch out for all the stuff that's coming, that's coming down the pipeline. Ring Gang is the squad. We growing. Just tell your friends, and your friends can tell their friends, and then we can all be friends. You know what I'm saying? Because we got that shit that you want and you need in your lives, man. You got that, that realness shit that you need to hear. No sugarcoating shit, no overstanding or anything like that. Just nothing but that real talk. So yeah, for myself, Pat Scorpion, the New England representative, for LB Shuttle with the God, the GOAT artist, for King P, Bodega P. It's been another wonderful episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. So until next time, peace.